Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. Now these are the new Sony WH-1000XM5. So many of you have asked me, what do these sound like? And I'm in two minds. So I'm going to go through everything as best I can and we'll go from there. So first of all, you have to break the cardboard seal. You get this sort of recyclable material cardboard, and inside you get the hard case. So this is the hard case. It's a bit soft here, so it could get squashed in a bag if you had a bag. I don't know if it'll damage the headphones or not. And inside you're greeted with the headphones as so. And in this pouch here, you get two cables. You get a audio cable, 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter, and USB-A to USB-C. You'll notice that there is no headphone jack. I do like the fact that this should, once I get them all back in neatly, seal down. If we take the headphones out, let's do that. So I'm not that enthralled by the case. I mean, it can get squashed completely. So these are the headphones. They extend with friction. They have Sony on that side and on the other arms as well. The band is fairly well cushioned here, although it's solid. I'll extend these out. This part up to about here, and then this bit's cushioned, and then you've got the solid part here. Let's put these, I don't think it's that big. On the sides, you have some buttons, but this one here is the USB-C, and here you have all the other buttons which you can configure. You have the on-off button. I've got it configured for ANC, off, on, but you can switch between using that for the voice assistant. If I put these on my head, just make sure I've got them around the right way, left and right. You can see that they fit on my head, and even without the noise cancelling on, there's a fair amount of passive noise cancellation. Now, what you'll notice is these cups. So if I put my glasses on, you'll notice with glasses that it's not great having glasses because there's so little cushion, and when it's on, it does literally just, disintegrate. So yeah, I'm not too impressed. They are slightly design, they do fit, they are comfortable, they're very lightweight. I can just about see without the glasses. But I say I'm in two minds about them. What they don't do is it's a solid piece, so they don't fold, so they don't go smaller. Now that is a problem if you want to take these off and just have them resting on your head. They have to rest that way, the pads, or that way, but they can't go the right way. So when you get a call, you can put them straight on left and right. So to me, not so convinced. Now the next thing is the audio. I don't like these. I'm really satisfied. I've been listening and listening. I've used these tracks as a minimum as a bass track, and I've spent hours, weeks, and more hours just testing these, because I'm just thinking to myself, there's so many amazing reviews out there. I don't know if they're the ones that got the headphones given free, not all of them, but they're just like, really? These sound like, I don't know, compared to the previous ones, they sound cold, they sound lifeless, they sound dead. There's no musicality in the headphones. I've got some Lecture S12 IEMs, planar magnetic IEMs. They come alive. They're just energetic. There's nothing in these that says to me, I love these. Now, I did mess around with the app and some of the settings, and I made a custom EQ. These were the measurements I did, and you should try this and adapt it, because you might like this because it clears up everything, but you shouldn't have to do that. Yes, this has LDAC, but you can't do multi-point with LDAC. There's the new Technics A800s, A800. They can do multi-point with LDAC. These can't. So you have to drop down to AAC. It does have their DSC EE Extreme to upgrade the music, to make it sound a bit better. It does have custom EQ. It does have a clear bass setting to enhance the bass. So if you're a bass head, then yeah, you might like these, but it is to the detriment of the mids and the treble when you have the bass. And even without all that, it's still utterly, I don't know, it's just muddled. It doesn't sound clear, the sound. It really doesn't. The next aspects of these really are noise cancellation. And with the noise cancellation, it's either on or off. And the phone decides with its chip what it hears around you and how much that you need in terms of noise cancellation to remove that. It doesn't always work. So yes, it removes a lot of noise. AirPods Max do a better job, end of. Because with AirPods Max, it's on, it's off, but when it's on, it does kill the sound that much more than these. But these are a lot lighter, so that might be a benefit to you. I did find, especially in this heat we're getting, I'm not in the hottest days, because where I live is a bit cooler. These got sweaty. It also showed every single fingerprint. I mean, come on, Sony, how difficult is it to find a material that doesn't do that? So you have to keep using your microfiber cloth that I've got loads of and just wiping it down. But, you know, in terms of call quality, it does have more mics. So yes, the calls were better and acceptable, and I would say they're not the best. They're not AirPods Max best, but they're still pretty good. Ambient sound was okay, but again, it's not AirPods Max ambient sound, or transparency mode as it's called on the AirPods Max, where you can't really tell the difference between transparency mode on or off. It's like you have an open back pair of headphones and a closed back pair of headphones. This does have talk to speak, so when you start talking, it opens up the mics to the outside well, so you can hear what you're saying. I like that, but it does take a few seconds to cut in. There is a noticeable delay before you hear anything. Or you can just take your right hand and rest it on the right cup, and that works well when you know someone's talking to you. Has the swipe controls for the volume up and down and skip track. I like that. That really works well again. So that's very good, Sony, from that point of view. Latency. There's hardly any latency at all, so that's not an issue when you're watching films. And as I say, the biggest drawback for me is I don't care what other reviews say, I am in two minds about the audio quality, because you have to EQ the crap out of them, and it's just not good enough. I just don't think I feel the love from these. So, what's the solution? Well, compared to the XM4s, first of all, there is more detail. There is the treble and mids can sound more precise, and there's more instrumentation, but it's still a muddled sound. Soundstage is okay, but the main thing is they just feel like you're in a cemetery and everything's dead around you. You might as well put some headphones on, and there might as well be dead headphones that have died and you've taken out the ground. I feel like, and use them, and then if you're fit and if you're lifeless because you're dead as well, what difference is it going to make? They just don't come alive. And if you think, oh, bass, you like your bass, and that's what makes you think you sound good. No. They're not it. Seriously, get the XM4s over the XM5s. These are £379. I saw on Amazon £209 for the XM4s. They're always on offer for the XM4s. That's £180 difference. Crazy. And also, these are £379. On Amazon, I noticed that literally this morning, the AirPods Max, £404, and I've seen them at just under 400 as well. Even if you haven't got Apple gear at that price, it's worth getting the AirPods Max over these. Unless you really want 360 audio, or there's some weird and wonderful thing on the Sony app that gives you all this adjustment that you think, I've got to have these. I disagree with a lot of the reviews out there. I just think people think because it's Sony, because it's got a price, nice high price tag of 379, everyone's going to jump onto these. I don't rate these. I'd rather stick with the XM4s. Even then, they're not. The XM4s are okay. I do want to try and get hold of the new Technics E8H-A800 because from a musicality point of view, sound quality, they are meant to sound good. However, call quality, ding. If you do want pretty good noise cancellation, they're not the worst at all. They're very good, but there is better, and I think the XM4 is still pretty good. Tick. Don't fold, negative. Stupid case, the hard case that comes in is not the best, negative. Muffled sound, what can you do? You can EQ it and maybe you're happy with it. If you love Sony, I'm sure you're going to love them regardless anyway. Any questions, let me know. This is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Bye for now.